Ooh, welcome back to Insightful Hypocrites, episode 13.
You're really gonna like it.
Is that a fake laugh?
No, it's so
You
embarrassing.
just gave me the face of someone who eats cereal with a plate.
Yeah, well, that's how you're supposed to, in small portions.
Oh. Well, I'm new to this. What is going on?
I'm singing.
We record a podcast. That's what we do.
I didn't know you started, though. Well, welcome back. That was a real welcome back earlier than, huh?
I did the intro already. Did you even hear it?
Well, kind of, but I was spacing. I was doing that Snapchat.
Oh, yeah. Bring in the clients.
Clientele.
The custies. GoodNoteStore.com.
Yeah, check out goodnotestore.com. Anyway, no, thanks for checking us out again. Thanks for listening. Anyone's joining us again. How was your week, Tulsa? What's new? What's new with you, brother? We're doing this one kind of late. Little
so late, and I fucking hate you for it. But we'll move on.
We're doing this one at Sunday night about 11:30. We're starting, so he's gonna be editing all night, getting out Monday morning for you guys. It's 11:42 p.m. start time, Sunday night.
Good deal.
So that's yeah. But no,
this one's
actually,
not gonna be up at 12:01.
Before we talk about our weeks, I guess it's something that I kind of was thinking about. You had said to me when we were talking about doing it, because we had a weird little scheduling this week, but it's really just making excuses. And you said to me, it's like, oh, we can do it. All kinds of people who are busier than us make it happen every week. And it made me think about something I've been talking about that I've said a million times. You know, another thing is like us being hypocritical. Just made me think about it. It's like it really was just me, you know, telling myself that I was busier and tired, more tired than I really was. You know what I mean? Like making excuses and the line from Deadpool. Have you ever seen Deadpool 2?
No.
That was one I thought you might actually saw. He's like, there's a line in that, and this old lady goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you there with that pity dick in your mouth." That's, honest to God, it was like just making pity for myself. It was like, oh, I'm so busy, I'm so tired. It was you create the reality. Whatever you tell yourself your reality is the reality that you have. You know
Unprofessional.
what I mean?
Oh, that's an order. Fuck off.
Unprofessional. Turn your shit on silent, you motherfucker.
Hey, hold on. Live order. I wonder if they listen to the podcast. And I just cut you off with a good point.
So no one got back to me with the new host. That was a little unfortunate.
Shout out Dakota from North Carolina.
That's why.
Go on with your story.
That's why we waited so long to do the podcast. We were hoping somebody would come with a new host, but no. But anyway, back to my story. Yeah, no, it's just like you create your reality, and it relates to something else, a conversation I was having with a coworker this week. But you just create your reality, and you let things snowball and kind of build off themselves in your mind to where it's like, for me, it's like we are both busy guys. You know what I mean? We're both trying to like improve and, you know, make our way up and do what we need to do to get to the place we want to be further down the road and build the foundation so we have the future we want. But it's easy. It's so easy to tell yourself, you know, to throw that pity party, to tell yourself I'm way busier than I am. I'm way more tired. You know, that I see it at work. This is the conversation of a coworker, where it goes back to she was telling herself it's more with age. But people I see at work all the time just making so many excuses and throwing this huge pity party for themselves. It's like because they've been at work for 4 or 5 hours, you know, 6 hours. Like, oh my God, I've been here. It's like, you have a job. Go do your job. Like, why you're making your situation worse by telling yourself that everything's so bad, you know what I mean, and creating this reality that's just, it's awful for yourself. But the reality of what's going on around you is not as bad as the situation you're creating in your own mind. You know, it's totally what I did with the podcast. I was like, man, I'm too busy to do this. I'm way too busy. There's no way. I'm too tired right now. I can't do it right now. And then here we are, Sunday night, because I completely built up this false view of my own world around itself. It's like you have all the energy in the world, you tell yourself. I mean, we all legitimately get tired. You're tired right now.
I'm so fucking tired.
If you need to pull yourself up and do something, you can do it. You know what I mean? And that's really what it is.
I have to edit this podcast all night.
But it's not just in life, you know what I mean? You have
and
to
then get it up. And then I have to work. Actually, mail doesn't deliver tomorrow. I might take the day off tomorrow.
It's a holiday. You're allowed to.
You know, I got some hoodies going, but like that's all I'm gonna make tomorrow. Just them hoodies. I'm gonna finish them.
Get some rest, man. You need some rest. Do this podcast and sleep in a little bit.
Well, I'm not gonna probably be done with it until like 4 a.m. And I just fucking woke up at 7 a.m. and I'm not gonna complain about it. Whatever. It's just life. Go, you know.
But you're gonna have a day off tomorrow. Get some sleep. You need it. I tried to put that before, but back to the conversation.
Yeah.
I was having with my coworker. No, it kind of went all over there. But she, leave her name out. She's like 28, 29. She'll never listen to this, so I'll just be honest. She's a very attractive girl, right? She's she's a beautiful woman. Beautiful woman, and she's not even old. I think she just turned 29. But I was having a conversation with her earlier this week. We're having a shift drink after work, and she was talking like she was done. Like I'm basically dead. You know, I'm 29. Like my shit's over. It's like it's saying like everything that she wanted to do. It's like, well, no, I can't do that. It's like people set the same kind of framework. I was like, we're talking about with the podcast this week. With their long-term shit, it's like, well, I'm 29, I can't do anything now. It's like, you are only as old as you tell yourself. Like, your life stops, and you're only done being able to do
what's
the
really
things
fun,
you want to
though?
do when you tell yourself you're done being able to do them. You're as old as you tell yourself you are. But
when you're in your 20s, you're in a weird spot where you're like old to kids and you're young to adults.
Right, you're still really a kid weird. To adults, really.
But it is kind of fun sometimes just be like, getting old. I do it all the time.
Oh, I'll catch myself doing that too, comparing myself to high school kids. Like, oh, the kids these days. Yeah. It's like, you were in high school how long ago, man? Like
6 years.
Yeah. And I act like I'm
graduated 6 years ago.
24. You know, when was it? Yeah, 2013.
Both of us, yeah. This month, probably. Was it May when we graduated?
Yeah.
I would assume that was the month.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds right.
So many people.
6 years ago.
Anybody who's older than us listening to this, like, these young fucks.
Yeah.
Off.
And then, like the poor soul that's 14 listening to us, taking in all of our bad knowledge.
No. I'm sorry, kid.
He's like, God, these old fucks.
Gonna learn today.
We're in a weird medium.
I do remember looking at, when I was in even like junior high or high school, looking at people in their 20s like, man, look at those adults. Like, they're real people.
They got it together.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has it together, man.
No.
It's just like people like to pretend.
Everybody.
Pretend they have it together.
It's all a facade.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a flaccid facade.
Super soft.
Okay.
On that note.
Have you ever been to a Salvation Army?
Yeah, I go to Salvo all the time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I got a firm...
Not all the time. I say that like, yeah.
I shop there every day.
Every single day. No, I'm going to just Salvo on the regular.
I heard someone call it Starvation Army once.
Not the regular, like I said.
Seems a little harsh, but I did laugh because I like dark comedy.
Well, it's a funny joke, but no, man, you can get some good shit in all those. It's
shit.
Like thrift shopping.
That's my point.
No, it's just thrift shopping.
No, moving on to my point.
God, you're such a...
You've shit your pants before, correct?
Oh my God, how did? Yeah. Yeah, I've shit my pants.
Okay. You've shopped at a...
That's it? That's your point? You just want to remind people?
No, shut up.
Loser!
You've... 100% confirmed you've shit your pants before. You've shopped at a Salval before. 100% confirmed.
Yeah.
Have you bought pants from a Salval?
Personally, I don't know. I think my mom's bought me Salval pants before.
Yeah. Someone probably shit in those pants. Cleaned them, of course. Wore them a few times, a couple years later, it's like, I'm going to toss these pants out.
You're so ridiculous.
Their mom takes them to Salvo. Bam. You just bought pants that someone shit in. There's someone else's shit particles in those pants.
Yeah, man. There's secondhand shit particles in the air, so...
I don't care. And I literally seen socks at the Salvo the other day.
Well, no one buys... You shouldn't buy socks anywhere. Listen to me. So, one of the
you
pants
come
that
to
I
the
do
Salvo
know came from the
and
Salvo,
get athlete's foot.
No. I get athlete's foot. I just go to the shower. But no, dude, my mom got me these pair of pants. They're like 2 Eddie Bauer, like hiking stretchy pants. Like the kind of, I'm a hiker guy, but they're like that water resistant material. They're stretchy. They're like, I looked them up. They're like 160.
Giant stretch mark down the back.
Mm-hmm. It's not the only mark down the back. Yeah.
What?
They're great pants. They're like $180 though, and both of them have the tag on them. She got them from Salvo for like less than like $20 each. You can get good stuff there too, man. Because it's lots of people who just have more shit than they need, and they just get rid of it.
You can get pants that previously had shit in them. You can get socks.
Yeah, but who's shit? That might up the value.
And then you can get a T-shirt where the graphics are like fucking. It's been washed the shirt's been washed 1,006 times.
So many things I want to say about shitty pants.
Shirt's been washed 1,006 times, so the graphics like you could barely see it at all. You have no idea what it says. It's like
have you ever
Utah
been
Trail
into
or
Salvo,
something.
actually?
Yeah, I went.
You're just telling the horror stories. You went one time. You saw the socks and underwear part that's not even existing.
No, I've been there a bunch. I used to be really, really broke.
Man, it's.
I
don't shop there often. I guess when I shop there the most is when I need something for like.
I said used to be really, really broke, like I'm rich or
like
something.
You have money now.
I was still broke.
No costumes.
I'm just way better off.
I always go there during Halloween. I always go there during Christmas. I always go there. Those are the 2 times I really go there. Christmas sweaters, Halloween costumes.
Christmas sweaters that someone shit in.
No, if I need something that I don't want to spend a lot of money on, I might go look there too. But yeah, when I'm looking for shit-covered clothes, that's the main time that I'm going to Salvo. God, you're an asshole. No, there's nothing wrong with thrift shopping. Thrift shopping's a good deal.
I mean, personally, I've probably had a pair of shorts or something that I accidentally maybe sharded in that were later, maybe 5 years later, taken to a Salvo. Someone has my shit shorts on.
Have you ever slept in a hotel bed?
Yeah, sadly. That's
Someone
so
shit in that
gross,
bed, almost
dude.
guaranteed. So what's the difference?
Those already sketch me out. You're not bringing any new news up to me. I hate
now
hotel
you can think of
beds.
shit next time you're in it. So
We used to stay in some sketchy ones.
they never wash the comforter, so there's that to think about too.
We stayed in one once. I don't think this is a common thing. The door literally said lock the door at night for your safety.
Where were you at?
It was the Travel Lodge in like Aurora, I think maybe. I don't know. It was sketchy, dude. It was a sketchy place. There was a chick out that was definitely like selling her stuff for some
You were
some
at
dog
like,
food
you
or
were at a
something.
hotel place that you buy by the hour.
Yeah, it was an awful place, but dude, it was so cheap.
Yeah, we'll take one for the
So
night.
cheap.
Oh, how many hours is that going to be?
And then we went.
I guess like 13. We're gonna need it.
We went to a place, and they're like, "Oh, you're from out of town," and then. We're like, yeah. They're like, where are you staying? And we told them where, and they're like, someone got murdered there last week. Or like, someone got murdered by there last week. I don't know. And they're like, yeah, whatever. It was cheap.
I wondered about that spot in my room.
Real sketchy place. Would I go back?
Right.
Probably. Would I be happy about it? No.
But the hand jobs were cheap, at least.
Everything was so cheap.
Complimentary. There's no
Everything was
breakfast,
so
but
cheap.
there's
Everything
complimentary hand jobs and meth.
You should have seen the complimentary breakfast. Oh my god. I don't remember it. I can't explain it. I don't remember it.
Well said.
I've seen some shitty complimentary breakfasts, but I'm thinking this one just had coffee.
It was a bunch of sugar packets.
One time we were at this place and there was bread, and the bread was hard. And the cereal, it was like a cereal dispenser, and it didn't work. So you couldn't get cereal out of it. So what's that mean? That means no complimentary breakfast, or you can eat the bread rice cake.
The only thing I ever go for those is the Belgian waffles. They have those little Belgian waffle makers.
You would have a Belgian waffle.
Yeah, damn straight. What's wrong with the Belgian
I don't know.
waffle? Waffles are delicious, man. Also, you know, a great combination that I didn't realize how delicious it was till the
Cigar and
chips
waffle?
came out when we were in high school. Chicken and waffles.
Oh yeah.
Now they have them everywhere. It's delicious.
Have you heard of ketchup
Dairy
chips?
Queen has them. KFC has them. Delicious. I love chicken and waffles. Huh?
You heard of ketchup chips?
Looks like dipping your chips in ketchup.
No, they're a type of Lay's. They only sell them in Canada, I think.
They just taste like ketchup?
They're ketchup chips. I never had them. They only sell them in Canada, but I've seen them. It's not a myth.
I bet we
They're
can order
real.
them, but I bet they taste.
You can probably
like,
get them
I
here.
bet they just taste.
You know,
like
100% you can get them here.
I'm not a detective or anything, but I would guess ketchup chips taste like ketchup.
Wonder what that tastes like. I've had ketchup. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Jack.
I'm so tired. So tired.
Not on top of my game.
Ow. That was my face.
My face.
Fuck off. Fuck so far off.
Do me a favor. Can you politely? You see that place over there? Just go
Could
ahead and
you-
go fuck off.
Go
Go
fuck off.
yourself.
I think that my head movements there made that funnier, but no one could see them, so whatever.
Well, let me describe it to him. So what happened is his head was kind of straight up and down, and then he did a slight
boring.
motion to the right.
Let's move on.
And then he did this little whip kick. Yeah, no, like that. So what I think we should talk about is something that's really been on all of our minds. Okay, something that's a real pressing issue in society today. Something that's really starting to grind my gears.
This isn't going to be a real topic.
I know it's starting to grind your gears, okay? It's something that's pissing us all off.
Oh, where is this going? You piece of shit. Where's this fucking going?
Honestly, I hadn't figured out yet. Sometimes I just start a sentence.
And I hope I pick it up along the way.
I really was hoping I'd get somewhere funny in my head there, but your face just got me, dude.
I just wanted to punch you right in the suck hole.
Right in the jejunum.
Oh.
Cram that in your cram hole of the floor.
Jam that in your hand flour.
Oh my god. Not the ham flour.
What the fuck? How do people listen to us?
No, I don't think people really do.
I've seen the numbers. Some people do.
Just a few.
No, we're not doing too bad.
Few
for a startup.
million.
I mean, we can say it. Doesn't really matter.
They can see
we
the
get
numbers.
like 50 to 60 listeners a week.
Here's what I would like to do, though, this week. I was,
Dude, is that another one of those things?
No, I had somewhere to go there, and then I lost my train of thought, and I look up, and you're just on your phone, and I'm like, man, we are successful. Alright, I got a funny story for you. This will set the mood right, at least. How come I'm the only one who ever tells embarrassing stories?
Because I keep a low profile.
Tell me an embarrassing story.
I did. I talked about shit in my pants once.
Okay, barely. Here's an embarrassing story for you. This one's kind of funny.
I've told
No, I can't
embarrassing
tell you this
stories.
one. This one's not good to be on there.
You can't tease like that.
Alright, well, one time when I was younger, I had to be about 8 or 9 years old.
8 or 9 years old, eh?
My parents had, I don't know if it was a storage unit or was that a different, I don't know what it was, but they got a bunch of old shit brought back to them, and there was like a couple trash bags of their shit. Old shit, boxes of shit, you know, that they'd had at their old house.
You said shit 3 times in like 4 seconds.
Fuck off, you shithead. But anyway, so I got these boxes of miscellaneous items, and boxes and bags and just stuff from there. I don't remember what it was. I was so young. I can barely remember the story, but I can remember where the story's going. And so I remember looking through all the stuff. They're like, yeah, go through all the stuff. Most of it's going to get thrown away. It's always going to go to the dump. It's just random stuff. And so I was looking through this bag, and I remember I found what at the time was a super exciting find. You know, there was like at the top, there's like a porno magazine. You know, it's like, oh shit, there's a naked lady. Like, what the fuck? And I keep digging. There's these random things, and I find this mask. It's an elephant mask. I see it, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, what's this elephant mask?
Elephant mask.
Yeah, and so I'm digging through the
Elephant
and I find this elephant mask, and I remember thinking to myself that it was just weird, like the way that the straps for the mask worked.
I know where this is going.
They didn't quite make sense to me as a little child.
That was not an elephant trunk, my friend.
It wasn't an elephant trunk. Well, it was an elephant trunk. It just wasn't made to go on your face. And so I walk upstairs with my dad's G-string on my face that he had had from a younger time, and I asked my parents what the fuck this elephant mask is, and they fucking busted up laughing. Like, they grabbed it off my face. Like, what the hell are you doing? It's from theirs and like when they were in like their 20s, and I was just wearing. I remember being a little kid, and they told everyone at my Thanksgiving. It was like 2 or 3 days before Thanksgiving. I remember. So we go to my cousin's or my grandma's for Thanksgiving, and every single one of my older cousins had heard this story by that time. Like within 10 minutes of getting to Thanksgiving, every single family member had heard the story of me wearing a G-string on my face. And so they were making fun of me for the entire Thanksgiving. I was like 8 or 9 years old. No, I hardly even knew what the hell, you know, what was going on, hardly. But, God, there's that story at least. That's not an elephant trunk, my friend. The worst, man. How did that connect to what we were just talking about at all?
I don't know. Glad it did, though.
I don't think it really did.
Content.
Think of something else good. You tell me an embarrassing story. Knock, knock.
Fuck off. I don't have any. I'm perfect.
Perfect. Stupid. That's the best I could do right there, apparently. Is this 13? Is that what we decided?
Yeah. Is that what we decided? We just pick what episode it is.
Right.
Next week's 98. This is the podcast where we just fucking randomly name the episodes.
Welcome to episode 1111.
They've done that many? No, last week was 7.
Yes.
No, last week was 12. We're going to get people confused. This is 13.
You don't even put them in the title, though, do you?
Oh, yeah, I still haven't done that.
Yeah, you still need to do that.
Should probably start that, huh, bud?
Yeah.
Shout out to Sticky Notes. That's all I got written down there. That's where, like, my mind went to a certain spot where I opened up my notes and I typed shout out to Sticky Notes.
Do you want to hear an interesting story about Sticky Notes?
It's really because Sticky Notes saved my life. I forget everything. My desk, holy shit, my desk is covered in them.
Do you want to hear a fun fact about Sticky Notes? I learned this in my marketing class.
No, I don't.
So when Sticky Notes first came out, Sticky Notes made by 3M or Scotch or whatever company came out, Sticky Notes.
Good note.
But, good note. So they came out with Sticky Notes, and to them it was such a basic idea, like this idea of a piece of paper with a note on it that you write on, and then you can stick it anywhere and it reminds you, right?
Oh, they're great. Best idea ever.
But the idea itself didn't translate that easily to the consumer right away when the product came out. So they came out with Sticky Notes, and people didn't really understand what the purpose was. So they had to redo their entire marketing campaign to get people to understand, just like, why do you need that? You know what I mean? And then, like, once they told people, they're like, oh, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Of course, yeah, greatest thing ever. But at first,
Awesome.
They just put it out there and, like, assumed people would understand. Sticky Note, great idea.
They're incredible.
No, they had to redo their whole, like, they put it out there, failed, fell flat on its face because people were like, I don't understand why I would want a note with a little sticky chunk on it. It just gets in the way. And no, right? They're awesome.
It's also like how I rate how busy I am.
My computer is always covered with them. They're always around my computer.
I just stick them on my desk in front of my second screen. It's like, I don't know. Everything that I need to be reminded of.
Yeah.
Sometimes there'll be like 10. Some days there's always at least 2.
Yeah. To-do list type stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff I need to order.
Mm-hmm.
Places that I need to be at a certain time. Usually that's on the calendar, though.
Dude, how nice would an assistant be?
Yeah.
Right? All your appointments
Sometimes, but I'd also, I don't know, I get annoyed.
Having an assistant?
Yeah.
Well, you're not supposed to get an assistant that annoys you. That's why you have the whole hiring process, man.
It's like, I
it's like, man,
hate
first
this
day in the job, it's
person.
like, I can't stand their voice. They do the job terribly. It's like, no, you need to get someone you like to be around, I think.
Yeah.
Would there have a guy or girl assistant? There's a question for you. Think you can work better with a guy or a girl all the time? That's just like a total preference
It really
thing.
just depends on
The person.
the human, in general.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
I just like people who can...
If they're
I don't know. I've never had an
goal-oriented
assistant, so I don't know. I guess I have no idea what I'm looking for.
I prefer my assistants to be.
Right? In my past experience with assistants, the main problem that I run into is
Shout out to all my
they're never there.
ex-assistants.
My future ex ones too. Think you could eat a person?
No.
Like no circumstance you could eat a person?
I mean, I can't really tell if I
I'm
was
saying like
starving
life on
to
the
death.
line. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
Because
like,
I haven't
hey,
been
welcome to
starving
McDonald's.
to
What'd
death.
you get? Like, I'll take some fried fingers.
Human. Y'all got humans here?
Not chicken fingers. Yeah, I want the human kind.
Human here.
No, I'm saying like you ever heard that Bolivian? I think it was in
Suicide
Bolivia.
McBiscuit, please. What?
It was that rugby team. There's been like the Donner Party, like that type stuff. But the Bolivian, I think the rugby team, you ever heard that one? The plane crashed, and there's all these crazy pictures of them. They were like over the Andes, I think, in Chile. I think it was a Chilean rugby team or soccer team or something. And they crashed. Their plane crashed going over the mountains, and they were stuck up on top of this mountain. No way to call. It was like before cell phones and
Like a
GPS.
movie.
The radios were out. And man, there's pictures of like bones and like they pretty graphic stuff, man. That they had to survive, but they were like smiling for pictures with it, and like, yeah, it was fucked up. bones out and all kinds of crazy shit. But you don't think you could eat a person? I don't think I could eat a person either. No, I don't know. If it's like me die...
I can't tell because I have never been starving. I don't know what would happen if I was starving to death and there happened to be a human there.
I don't know, man. Just like a calf. Just like one calf. I don't
Makes
know.
my calf hurt thinking
You know what I
about
know
it.
I couldn't do? 127 hours myself. I could not cut my own arm off with a freaking pocket knife.
Never seen that, and I don't want to see that.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
He had to break his own bone and then cut through the main nerve.
Fucking, I'll break my own arm right now.
But
Podcast.
this kind of connects back to like the
This is the podcast where I break my arm, but you can't see it
he
because
does
there's
it
no
every
visual.
week.
My arm's broken.
What did you just pop though?
My arm. It's broken. Take
No,
me to the emergency
Did we talk
room.
about this before? And it kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier, though, creating your own reality. And with pain, it's the same thing, though. It's like it's a Navy SEAL thing. I think, like, because their training is fucking nuts.
Just
You
the
know?
way you laughed. It's like, oh shit, that stuff's psycho.
Yeah, like, they do all kinds of crazy stuff, but a lot of it's to teach yourself,
Nuts.
to, like, push yourself beyond the limits that you think you have. So wherever you think you're going to quit, or wherever you think this is my end, you know, I have nothing left to give, this is my peak, this is all I have, no more exertion can be, there's nothing left to exert, you know what I mean, whatever your top level is, teach you to push yourself past that those barriers, those walls you're putting up is like my end, or just your mental barriers.
What's the percentage?
The saying that they say, that's what they say, is 40%.
40?
I think
Okay.
is what they say is what I think I've always heard, is that it's, if whenever you think you're done, whenever you think you've reached your max, you've only reached, 40% of your max. You're not even halfway there.
I hope that's right.
I'm pretty sure it's 40. If not, you just like beep it out and make it perfectly sound like my voice because you're such a good editor. And
No.
You're doing
Nope. You're getting no help this week, guy.
No. I'm pretty sure it's 40, but look it up now.
Fuck
Now
off.
you got me question. I don't even know how to look that up. What do the Navy
What's
SEAls
the-
say your brain
What do the seals
wall
say?
is? What's the
What's
SEAls
them
say?
Speaking of sea whale, have you seen our
Speaking
English bulldog?
Yeah.
That thing looks like a fucking sea whale.
What is sea whale? All whales are sea whales.
I didn't mean sea whale.
Sea lion.
I meant walrus.
Oh.
Or.
You're
What am I
ridiculous.
doing here?
When I was at here's a walrus story for you.
Just what I wanted. Oh,
It's
please.
not actually that cool of a story. But I remember when I was young, I was at Six Flags, like SeaWorld combination in San Antonio. But they had what was my walrus story? Oh, we could do sit-ups. I guess that was the only bit of the story. Probably taste the shit out of me to get there. It's
Dude,
like, how do you
what's
train a walrus?
crazy? I'll never get that 5 minutes back. I dodged that perfectly.
Yeah, you think it's just distract you because this is coming.
This is the ow. This is the second podcast where you've thrown a pen at me.
Where you've thrown. God damn it, he keeps throwing at me.
See how I nicely just did that? I have no rage for anything.
No rage because you're half asleep over there. You look comatose. No, but anyway, back to that. What was I just talking about?
Walrus doing sit-ups.
No, fuck all the walruses, the Navy SEAL shit. I don't know what the actual point was, but it was. We're talking about 80.
I love
we're
how
talking
we
about
went from Navy SEAls to
40%.
walruses.
Like your wall is 40%. I remember, but that comes with your perception of like. I don't even remember what our point was.
40% of walruses
40% of walruses
have
can do sit-ups.
can
That was the point that we
be
were
on
making.
the street. I don't.
You don't want to fuck with a walrus on the street, man.
Street walruses?
Hard street walrus, man.
Street seals? There is different kinds of seals. There's street seals. There's whales. Street whales. There's sea
You're
whales.
such an idiot.
I'm so tired. I can't. We gotta close this down soon.
Brain no work good.
At least I'm alive.
I'm alive.
What do you think about Robert Patterson, Batman, Catman? Hit me with it. Yes, no. A lot of
This is
people.
gonna be the worst podcast.
A lot of
you know
people.
that, right?
I don't give a fuck
What
about
do you think
Catman.
about Robert
Fuck this
Patterson
guy.
Cattercane?
Fuck this guy. Fuck Batman. He's playing Batman. What do you think about the asshole that dropkicked the Terminator?
Oh.
Yes, no, maybe?
So, I don't know where the line's drawn on this one. Asshole dropkicks the Terminator. First of all, I bet he broke his foot.
Did you see Arnold?
Second of all,
Did you see his tweet after? Like, I didn't even know I got kicked.
I didn't even know. But, fun fact, I'm related to a person who used to be Arnold Schwarzenegger's personal bodyguard.
Where was he on this one?
He retired. That's why the fucker got drop kicked. They knew that the defenses were down. No, but Arnold Schwarzenegger's like 65. Over under on you being able to beat his ass with a baseball bat. 5 out of 10 times. 50-50, you think 50-50 shot you got with baseball bat?
With a baseball bat? I don't know. Can he see me coming?
Yeah, he's Terminator
he
mode
might,
looking at you.
He might fuck me up still.
He just looked at some girl and he said, "I'll be back, baby."
Oh,
and then
shit.
he looks at you.
Nah, dead.
And you're running at
Dead.
him. You're running at him full speed, so not that fast, because neither of us are that fast. So like we're running at him
if
like...
I got full momentum, I might take the chance, because even the block is going to hurt if I got full momentum.
I didn't even know I blocked. That will be his tweet afterwards.
I didn't even know he had ball bat. He calls it ball bat. Let's be realistic.
Ball bat. No, he doesn't.
He has to.
No.
Just imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger saying...
He calls it Tulsa's ass.
Saying baseball
That's
bat.
what
He
he's
says
gonna do
ball
with it
bat.
after you come at him with, he's just gonna shove it right up your ass and send you home.
I thought of a segment we could do, actually.
Well, we do a slip and slide, but we're completely covered in pudding.
That sounds fucking awesome. Pudding's great.
Yeah. I don't even think we need to film it. It's just something I want to do. Come on down to Danner's Pudding Slide.
Think of a random hashtag and then react to some tweets using that hashtag. Like people do hashtags on Twitter. Just think of something random and outlandish.
Like a pudding slide?
Yeah, dude. Actually, that's it this week. That's our new segment this week. We're just gonna fucking look up random hashtags, and this one happens to be pudding slide. And then I'm gonna read the funniest tweet that I see.
I know what happened, dude. Something.
When I find out what's up with pudding slide.
So this week, I have a story for you. This
again,
fucking week, man. I worked Thursday. I took a job helping out a friend of mine, kind of an acquaintance of mine, but the boss at the farm, a really good friend of his, someone I know. It's actually the stepdad of someone we went to school with, or I went to school with, because we didn't go to school together. But and he owns a construction company, and so I've done concrete work before, quite a few times, not quite a few times, but a decent amount of times. And so he needed some help doing a concrete job a little ways away. And so my boss at the farm texted me and said, "You want to go help Mark do some concrete work?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I'll go do it. Make some good money doing some concrete work for a few days, or for a few hours." And so I went down there, and his crew, because he struggled, he said, to find people who were more our age, younger guys, to do work for him, who show up consistently, you know what I mean? So he has a couple older guys who work for him. And so I show up, and it was me, Mark, the boss, and then the two guys who work for him are older. They're like 61 and 62 years old or something. You found pudding slide, didn't you? Hold on, let me finish the story. But, dude, I have never been so... Hold your pudding slide laughter. I have never been so humbled.
It's not that worth it.
It's not that worth it.
It's not that worth it.
I have never been so humbled by 60-year-old men, man. I consider myself a pretty good worker when it comes to like physical work. Like, we started at 6. I met him. We got there about like 6:45, 7 o'clock, something like that. 7. Start pouring concrete. Work all through the day. It's hot. It's sunny. I didn't eat all day except for a salami sandwich. One of the old guys gave me because they were carrying me through it. Dude, these old guys made me feel like a little fucking bitch. Like, by the end of the day, man, I'm all sunburnt looking like a tomato's asshole is the color of me looked like. And I was, like, shaking. Like, I had to sit down on a bucket. Like, I was like, oh, sweating, dying, and these two 60-year-old dudes and the 50-year-old guy who owns a construction company were out there just still busting ass.
They've been out there doing it every day for
years, conditioned to just basically die every day. Like, but no, I'd done it. But it was one of the worst days of work I've had in a while for sure. But I was so humbled by those two old guys, just like putting me in my place when it came to work.
Putting you in your place.
Putting me in my place. Putting me in my place.
That's a good segue, huh?
Back to the pudding slide.
I searched up hashtag pudding slide. Nothing came up. Search hashtag pudding slide, and I found an and it's at pudding slide. So
pudding
it's a person.
Slide's a guy.
Yeah, it's a person. Their first tweet ever was wow. Second tweet ever was butt meat. Third tweet ever was meat butt.
The old ham flour.
The rest is like there's nothing else that's funny. That's why I was crying. I laughed.
Butt meat and meat butt got you.
Just from randomly looking up pudding slide.
And that's pudding slide for you guys.
No, like this Twitter segment just already brought me to tears laughing so hard. So I'm gonna continue to do this little Twitter segment every week.
But it was a funny one, wasn't it?
8 ratings, my friend. 8 ratings.
Oh my god. Should I read it out loud like a dramatic for the effect of...
I mean, just read it how you want, but read this review that we got on our Apple Podcasts. Rate us 5 stars and leave a nice review on Apple Podcasts.
When asked how to describe Insightful Hypocrites, Yank Motherfucker responded, God's work, 5 stars. As refreshing as a nice cold breeze off Michigan. Hotter than 2 rats fornicating in a wool sock. As electric as the Lords of Lightning. As satisfying as the summer's first rain. The linguistic equivalent of a fresh-baked apple pie. Sitting in the open windowsill of an 80-year-old loving and warm grandmother. The warm breeze picking up the scent and wafting it your way. Yeah, your way. Imagine that. God bless her. God bless these guys for the ear feedings, I don't know, that I needed.
Magnificent, huh?
Magnificent.
What a wordsmith.
What a wordsmith. Yank Motherfucker, thank you for your amazing rating and review. We appreciate it, Yank Motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Which brings me back to, I can't believe people fucking listen to us.
No, thank you guys for listening. We do appreciate it. Once again, we love some feedback. Comment on YouTube or comment on the pages. Leave us a rating on any of the sites. Or send us an email at goodnote.
At outlook.com.
At outlook.com. Check out goodnotestore.com as well.
Check out the Instagram. I post everything on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Good Note Co.
Give us a follow. Follow us on Instagram. Tell your friends about the podcast as well too.
Bring us more listeners.
Bring us more listeners. No, we would really appreciate it. Share us. Give us a like we said too.
Acting.
I feel like it's my job to gruntle the disgruntled.
I got a bone to pick. I was on this. Dude, I'm like an old guy. I was about to say I was on the Snapchat the other day.
I was on this.
Those words almost came out of my mouth. How would a hip person say this? I was on Snapchat the other day.
All right, stop it. You just said, how would a hip person say this?
Dude, I'm fucking
What are the
24.
cool kids saying these days, I wonder?
I swear I'm not 40.
Everything about what you just said sounded like a 40-year-old with a pocket protector.
What I do for a pocket protector.
I have been feeling lately that my pockets were a bit unprotected.
Dude, Murph's tag, when he shakes in the headphones, sounds like breaking glass. Thought Stone Cold's entrance was about to start. Yeah, you don't get that. Dude, any wrestling
I'm just looking
fan,
at you
any
with a
wrestling
look
fans,
of disapproval.
Any wrestling fans listen, just got it.
So I was at work the other day,
Fuck
and
off.
no, I was out back. I'm smoking. I'll leave the girl's name out. She's an awesome girl, but she was smoking a cigarette, and I went out to talk with her, and she was clearly just having a bad day. She had a lot on her mind. And She was just talking to me. I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, go on.
That was Stone Cold Steve Austin's intro. He just interrupted with me, though.
Did you get my point? People fucking know it's Stone Cold's in an intro.
No. Most people,
The glass breaking. Go on with your story.
Okay. But anyway. No, she was clearly having a rough day, and she was back there smoking, and she was talking about a couple big fight her and her boyfriend got into or something. And the little side note before the actual point of the story. If you're at a restaurant or anywhere, and you see someone who's man, a little, you don't understand what people are going on, behind the scenes. Everyone's got their own life going on. I think it's so easy for us all to sometimes.
Everybody's going through some shit.
We all fall victim to the idea that this is our story and other people are the sub-characters in our story. You know what I mean? That this is all just part of our plot. When in reality,
fuck, my entire shirt just fell apart.
Every time I get on one good point, you ruin it with something.
I didn't mean for my shirt to lose all its yarn. Anyway, go on.
You start pulling a string on a shirt, man, or a pair of pants, and that string becomes 8 feet long every time. You don't ever just get the little bit of string.
Right.
But no, it's like you don't know what people are going through. It's like we like to think that everyone's just a part of our story, that this is all we're the main character, this is our story, it's our movie, it's not like the Truman Show, but it's like, you know what I mean, that we're the one that things are happening to, and it's so easy to forget that the people that we encounter, or whether it's a waitress or just someone who's helping you at a store, or even just someone you bump into on the sidewalk, that it's like, if they're a little bit whatever, you know what I mean, that it's like, man, why are they doing that to me? You know what I mean? It's like, that's how we think about it. It's like, man, they got their own fucking shit going on. But anyway, we're back there, and she just had so much shit going on in her own life. She's talking about her boyfriend, though. And what it really was, she was talking about how her boyfriend had gotten, this is the actual point, that was kind of the tangent. She was talking about how her boyfriend had helped her through so much shit, but now he was to the point, it was kind of like, he was negative, he was dragging her down. And whatever this is, you just see this, I think, in your life. You gotta surround yourself with people who bring you up. You know what I mean? And it's super hard with people like boyfriends or old friends, girlfriends, people who you were really close to at one point, who, at some point in your life, especially with someone like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, who was someone who probably, or maybe definitely, helped you through a low point in your life, to help you get through something that you wouldn't have gotten through without them, maybe, at least in your mind, you know what I mean? They were there for you when no one else was there for you. And so you do need to be there for them when no one's there for them too, you know what I mean? You need to repay that favor. You need to be there for the ones that you love. You need to care about the ones that you love, even when they're not being good to you, you know what I mean? You need to be there for people who aren't at their best, because you don't deserve somebody who's at their best unless you can handle them at their worst, right? Like all that corny ass fucking saying.
This is the common quote,
even that's the stupid saying. It does kind of make a little bit of sense. But at what point, you have to realize at some point that it's okay to love the people and appreciate times you had with people for them being there. Appreciate them for that and love them for being there, and remember people for the good parts of those relationships you had. But if somebody is around, just like a freaking leech, just draining your energy and draining your life, you know what I mean? Basically just draining your life force is what it is, you know what I mean? That you feel like they become a burden on not just little aspects of little part, you know what I mean? But they become a burden on your, like, everything, your existence, basically. Like, they're holding you back from being the best you. You have to learn when to cut people off. You know what I mean?
Cut out the bad.
And that's what she was saying, though, torn between. It was like, well, he was there for me when no one else was, and he helped me years ago. But it's like, but now, if for years you felt like you're dragging an anchor, you know what I mean? It's like you have to surround yourself with people who are building you up. And it's like you have to, like I'm saying, you gotta help people who you care about. But only to a point, you know what I mean? You can only help people for so long. It's like with a lifeguard, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can only save someone for so long until you're drowning yourself too. You know what I mean? That's what it really is. And it's that quote we talked about in like the second or third episode. You gotta the five. Show me someone's five closest friends, and I'll tell you their future. It's because whatever the people around you, whether it's with work or exercise or diet or whatever, the people you surround yourself with, significant others, boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, family, who you spend your time with, the people you really relate to, whatever level they're on, you either rise to that level or you are dragged down to the level that those people are at. You know what I mean? You really want to be the weakest link in your chain. And if the people or the person who you spend the most time with, your significant other, is someone who really you feel like is draining you and holding you back, and you feel like is someone who prevents you from being the best you, you have to know
it, bro.
You have to know when to cut ties. That ain't it, bro.
That ain't it. Or what? I was about to say what the kids say.
What do the hip kids say about that?
That ain't it, Chief.
Is that what the hip kids are saying now?
I've heard that. I've seen that on Twitter.
I've never seen that, so you make me feel like I don't know what the hip kids say.
Ugh. Shout out all my wrestling fans that watch Double or Nothing this weekend. AEW's lit. John Moxley. That's what's up. That's all I gotta say about it.
Watching Jeopardy?
What?
You say watch Jeopardy?
No, John Moxley.
I don't know why I heard Jeopardy. A guy from Illinois has been kicking ass on there.
Really?
Really? Well, that's quite uninteresting. I don't care at all.
Yeah, Jeopardy's just so cool.
Welcome back to Celebrity Jeopardy.
No, Michael, we're in serious jeopardy. What is we're fine?
What is
No, he's like, I don't think you understand what jeopardy means. Sorry. What is we're fine? I haven't seen The Office this whole year. I cut myself off of it. Because I watched it. That didn't make any noise at all whatsoever. Didn't hear that. Challenge.
Something. Quick challenge this week. Go out. I want you to... No, so I just think... go out this week. I think it's something... You actually do this too, Tulsa.
Depends on what it is.
No, I think it's interesting when you look at your life. It's so easy to take for granted things people do for you.
Oh,
little
my
things.
God. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like take a second in your life this week, just maybe once a day, maybe just even once this week, to stop, take a breath, not think about yourself, and then look outside and see. Not outside, like outside your life, outside yourself, and see what people are doing for you. Because you realize how many little things people do for you that you just don't even take a second to think about or appreciate. It's so easy to take for granted the things that people do for you and how much people sacrifice that you don't even realize. In little ways, little tiny ways. It might seem like a very mundane, very, inconsequential thing to you. But in the grand scheme of things, people are always doing things for you. So take a second this week to notice that, and then share your gratitude for those around you. Even if it's just your friends. Like, yo.
That's good.
Thanks for always being a good friend to me. Thanks for...
That's a good one.
Even if it's just like, yo, you're always change the water in the office. I don't know if it's something mundane for somebody out there who's listening to this at work or something, but there's little things people do all the time that you don't notice they do for you. Just do that. Share your gratitude. Take a second to appreciate it and share gratitude for somebody somewhere in your life.
I am so grateful. We didn't even... I kind of feel like talking about that now because I just feel more open. Like
What's wrong with it?
Just the whole situation in general. So like last night, I had chest pains yesterday, and it was really weird. No, it doesn't normally happen, and I'm young, so it shouldn't happen. Mm-hmm. And then late that night...
Explain the situation in the back, and so the people who are listening, you can't just... Because I know.
What?
But what happened for the people who are listening on the podcast? You say you had chest pains last night, because I know what happened. But just a quick little rundown for the people who haven't heard the story yet. What happened last night when you say you had chest pains?
I was getting into that.
No. Alright,
so I had chest pains all day. And then that night, just randomly, like I started...
When you say chest pains, you mean like tight, or...?
Like it just hurt, like right here, when I'd breathe in.
On your heart?
I mean, the heart's right here, isn't it?
Oh, you're on the other side.
It was the other side. That's why I was like, okay, it's not my heart. That's what I was thinking.
Just tight.
Yeah.
Like a shooting pain, though, or...?
Just be like when I breathe deep. It was weird. So then, like, later that night, I just got really cold. My body went kind of numb, and I felt like I was going to pass out. And I was like, man, I'm having a heart attack. But I think it was just a panic attack. Trippy. But that was like...
Yeah. Definitely not heart attacks are here, but...
That was like the only time in my life where I was scared to go to sleep because I thought I wasn't going to wake up. That's so scary.
Mm-hmm. We were talking about that a little bit earlier, the gratitude for waking up, but yeah, that's
so,
scary. I've never had that
happy
feeling.
when I woke up.
Never had that.
I was scared.
Never had that. Like, yeah, and, oh, happy when you woke up, huh?
Never
had that.
No, I'm so happy to be alive.
the going to bed, like, or being scared that you might not wake up, that's what I meant when I said never had that.
Yeah. It's definitely...
But it had to be a panic attack, and I think...
Yeah, because, like, I mean, I woke up, and I didn't have a heart attack, so it had to be a panic attack.
That's something I've never experienced.
So weird and out of the blue, and I don't know if it was because, like, I was having chest pains all day that I... Like, it's not like I was sitting around like, oh, I'm going to have a heart attack. It just came on randomly. I was like, oh, fuck, this isn't good. And I was, like, debating on if I should go to the hospital even. I was like, nah, I need sleep.
Was it hard to
because I
breathe?
was so tired. At a certain point, but it kind of went away.
Do you think it was, like, you thinking about that you had, like, oh, my chest hurts all day, you know, a little bit, so, like, you're thinking about it, and then it, like, spiraled out of control? Or, like...
See, I don't know, because, like, leading up to that exact moment where I was like, oh, man, I'm having a heart attack, like, no, I wasn't thinking about it at all. I was just watching wrestling, chilling, yeah.
I see, I've never experienced anything like that.
It was so fucking weird.
At all.
So weird. Body went like I was so cold. And, like, just numb and weak.
Were you drinking water before?
Yeah, I was drinking water all day yesterday, just so
You'd eaten?
Wasn't feeling healthy yesterday.
Had you eaten?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm incredibly fucking smart, but... I'm no doctor, no.
I'm no doctor, but...
I don't know, but to me that sounds like a panic attack, you know?
Definitely.
That's scary. But I don't know.
Definitely.
You didn't do anything different during the day?
No, not really. I did leave the house, I guess.
Or...
I left the house.
Yeah, I left the house.
No. I mean, I just ran a few places with my mom. We had a good day. That was the day we went to Salvation Army.
That's what it was. It was Salva. I was being around all those pairs of shitty pants.
The shit pants.
The shit pants got you.
That's what it was.
Nothing worse than a bunch
I oughta sue.
Salva, you gave me a panic attack.
Call my lawyers. So weird.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like panic. I feel like mind has to run. Honestly, like I'm saying, this was nothing. Like I might be completely off. I have no idea. I've never even had. I just don't relate.
I wasn't thinking about it before it happened.
I'm grateful you're alive, and that it was okay. And I hope you don't experience that again. And that's what I'm saying. No, take your day tomorrow, get some rest. Any of you, I know we all don't have the.
I just remembered that I gotta do stuff tomorrow. Like
we all have to do a little stuff. Sleep in a little extra an hour.
Family's on vacay. I'm pretty sure like we're going shopping or something.
Extra hour.
I'm gonna be up all night.
Yeah, so sleep in after that. Take a nap during the afternoon. You need it. You have to. Spend some time around those you love. Tell them that you're thankful for things that they do.
Let's get down and funky.
Do that. Spend those times. I think it's easy for us all to talk about things we take for granted. Take for granted the opportunities we have to spend time around those that we love and cherish. And it's all time that we would... I think we realize we wish we would have back once it's gone, you know. But it's easy to say that I don't have time to do this or I would rather do that on this day than spend time around those people who are important to you. But holidays and times like this, there's a good time to spend around those people because they're not guaranteed. Not always gonna. You don't always know it's gonna be another one. Speaking of that,
life's always
panic attack.
But
anyway, thanks for joining us again. Do that challenge. Get a hold of us. Send us some feedback.
Good to be alive.
Check us out on
Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, oh God, I messed it up.
Well, check us out on
Google Play, Apple Podcasts.
Third time's the charm. This is especially helpful information for those friends that you're going to share this with, guys. So tell your friends to check it out on
Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, and goodnotestore.com/podcast.
Right. Nailed it. Thanks again for listening.
The mess ups are funny.
And we hope you all have a great holiday, like we said. But anyway, thanks again. Check us next week. We're gonna be more not 12:30 recording time next week.
I can't do this again.
Might be an hour or two late if you guys are the ones who downloaded, the people who were downloaded early Monday morning.
Yeah, there's some people that
if
butt
it's
crack
not,
down on
if it's
Monday.
not there at 4:30 or 5:30, we apologize. But once again, thank you.
It's gonna be.
Peace out. We love you. Be grateful.